Hey everybody, Anthony 4B4 Adventures. Quick video. This is another reason, or one of the reasons why I don't like DCDC chargers, and why I like to really use things so I can show you first-hand experiences. You know, on our previous 2019 1GD, because the alternator output is a little bit lower than the peak on the 1KDs, we put the projector DCDC in here. A few weird things happened and I don't like those. I'll never buy one of those again. This time I've got the REDARC, as you can see, DC 1225D. Quite good, does a few good things. Like right now there's a solar panel on the roof and it's putting some charge into the battery. Not that that's that exciting with a 120 watt panel, but just quickly, the alternator output on this engine generally, and I've watched them for, well, I've done 70,000 Ks in this car, 60 in the other, so over 100,000 Ks, about 130,000 Ks I've been driving these cars over the last 5 years and looking at voltmeters. And I see an output, whether it's this one or the earlier one, 13.7, 13.8 is generally what I see. So most people would agree with that. I'm sure they're going to be about the same. So just keeping that in mind, 13.8 volts. And now let's take a look at what this has done to charge this battery and the conditions beforehand. So fridges were off, battery sitting here, it's regularly, engine's getting run every now and then, charges the battery, and therefore this activates and charges this battery. So let's just have a look at that on the, try and get this set up in such a way that you can read it. Well, like it says there, it says 20th of September 24, right? So here you can see the battery probably at about 12.4 volts, slowly going down. Because of the voltmeters, we've got a number of USB outlets with little lights on them connected up to this auxiliary battery, right? I think, what is it, you know, it doesn't matter which one, but one of these, you know, goes inside and takes care of that. Probably would be that one actually, yep, that'd be the one. And therefore it slowly drains the battery. So that's what's going on here. Here you can see where I've started the engine at 11:30 AM, it appears, right? That's the time at the bottom, 11, 12, 1, 2, you know, you get it, 24-hour time. You can see the voltage up the side here. So if you touch it, it's a good little app, tells you exactly what it is, right? So you can see what it was down to. Like I said, round numbers, I said 12.4. Start the engine, it goes up to, this is really nice and high, about 14 point something, but let's touch it and see what it peaked at. There you go, 14.5. That's great. Okay, then I've switched off the engine, moved the car, switched off the engine, turned the fridges on, and you can see what happens there. So it's actually, I turned the fridge on. I think I might have plugged the charger in at some point as well. So what happened here, this is just the fridge compressor, up, down, up, down. You can see the downs, 12 point, up, down, up, down. Was that a bit of driving? Actually, no, that was driving, to be quite honest. Actually, yeah, my mistake, that's driving with the fridge turned on, compressor cutting in and out, right? And then, so after only driving from 11, then some solar charging in there as well. And the engine got switched off at about 4 o'clock, which for whatever reason, it did peak up to the charging peak there of 14, nearly 14.5 again, a bit blurry there, see, 14.43. And that's when the engine of the vehicle, so you can see, my point is, the battery's got run down quite low. It's had a short amount of driving where the compressor's cutting in and out. While it was driving, it was only float charging the battery. So even though see how the battery was this low, right, really quite low, 12.3, 12 point, really run down, it boosts it for a little bit and then it float charges it for that whole period of driving. That's what I'm not impressed about. Peaks up here for some reason, then the engine's off, so the battery's getting even more hammered. Look how low it goes, right? You can have a look for yourself. This is the compressor, on, off, on, off, on, off. Now this is me plugging in the charger, but it's only a very slow charger and it's sat overnight. That's why it's getting to that time of day. It's sat overnight. So let's go to the net. You can see the battery's getting run down. Trying to get in the shade here to make some cover for you. The point is the battery's getting run down really low. So next time the engine starts, it should be getting a charge up here of 14.5 volts. And People are going to go, oh, there's something wrong with that and this and that and mine doesn't do that, and like they did with the other video I did on the projector. Now, there's nothing wrong with it. This is just what they do. It's just how it is, and it's bad luck, right? Let's go to the next day. 21st of September, as you can see. Now you know what date it is now for the people that hung around this long. Right now, it is obviously the 21st of September. So it's run overnight with a charger. So the charger's pushing the battery only up to about there. There's 2 drawer fridges. Compressor's running all the time. That's why there's all this business up and down, up and down. Point is the battery's getting absolutely hammered. Wouldn't you agree? It's below 12 volts. We'll do this again, right? Do this business. I think I can grab it down the bottom here. Right, so right down. 12, it goes even lower. Oh. Trying to get on a low point. 11.9, goes lower than that. The lowest I can see is about there. There you go, about 11.8. That is a damn flat battery. Start the engine at 7 AM. Okay, here's the trip stats right here. I'm going to just try and angle that up a bit. You can see this green line, that's the engine starting. 7 AM, you can see at the bottom, and it goes up over 13 volts. That's your 14.5 volts up there. I'll touch it in a minute for you if you like, but I want to point out that it boost charges it at 14.5 volts for only 1 hour. If 2 fridges still running, that's what these little lines going up and down are there, right? And then for whatever dumb reason, after 1 hour at 8 AM, it decides to go to float charge, which is about 13.3. I'll touch it for you in a minute. A couple of times it's spiked up, and it spiked down before it spiked up by the looks of it. But generally, for all day driving from 8 AM all the way through the whole day till about 3 o'clock, it's float charging. And then nothing's changed towards the end of the day. At 3 to 4 o'clock, it decides to start doing this, you know, going up to 14 volts. And then we're at our destination, and now again, we've got, like I said, we've got the solar on. It's just cruising along at the moment. We'll have a look at that. But this is what I'm saying, mate. It's electronics. So when I'm driving here, it's putting in 13.3 volts. Here, I'll show you, right? Let me do the finger thing, right? So you can see the 14.3 at the top there, varying. Let's say the 14.5-ish. Then it drops to that 13.2, 13.3. Got a really low thing going on there. I don't know what's going on there, but anyway. So it's up and down all over the joint. I'm just driving along at 110 k's an hour. 2 fridges running. And if you don't know our setup, just check out the playlist, Fridge Battery Solar, or the playlist called The Best Storage System, whatever, something along those lines. Check out the playlist on our YouTube channel here, 4x4 Adventures. Point is, all day, you can see ballpark 13.2 is what I'm seeing. Now answer me one question, riddle me this, as they say, riddle me this. What would be better for this battery? To be getting 13.2 volts, or to be getting 13.8 volts directly from the alternator bolted to that engine? Yep, you know the answer, right? So you can save yourself $600 on that, as far as I'm concerned, and just spend your $150 on this isolator, which we've also got set up, because having the DCDC charger, if this battery goes flat or dies, I can't start this engine off that without that. So in my opinion, that's cheaper. It's more reliable. They never let you down. You can connect a wire on it to jump start between the 2 batteries. So if this one dies, or you leave the light on, the radio on, you can then use this one to jump start. You can't do that with this unit here. You can get 13.8 volts going to both batteries all day, every day, which will do the job. I've been there, done that. The battery stays just as good, if not better than, this is a different battery, you know, fair's fair. There was a new battery in the other car. This one got a new battery as well, but the same battery, the same setup, running the same fridges. And I tell you right now, I wouldn't waste my money, and I call it a waste on one of these. Now, the only thing this has got going for it at the moment is, as I said, solar panel, 120 watt solar panel up on the roof there, right? So that's the only thing it's got going for it. Automatically controlling the solar there, all right? And it seems pretty good at that, but we're running out of sun here. So this battery is going to start dropping. It certainly gets absolutely hammered from those 2 drawer fridges. I wouldn't recommend them either, really. They do the job, This is a sacrificial battery. This is the battery monitor that you're looking at the stats from, just double-sided tape there. I wouldn't recommend this charger. I wouldn't recommend those draw fridges if you want any sort of efficiency and to not waste money. I'm here to help you understand things so you don't waste money. It's a bada bing, bada boom, and we'll catch you on the next video. See ya.